Coming up on high school game night, the District 3 playoffs have begun. What an opening round matchup between 8 and 9 seeds Manheim Central and Garden Spot. A rematch of their Week 9 game that Garden Spot won.
The Cocalico Eagles also getting to host a district playoff game. The East Pennsboro Panthers making the trip to Denver. Could they survive and advance? Find out next, because our playoff edition of high school game night starts right now.
We are brothers, that's one. We fight.
Hello and welcome to high school game night, our long-awaited playoff edition. I'm Chad Landers.
And I'm Bryan Kast. It's been a crazy 10 weeks of the regular season, but now, of course, for all of these teams, it is win or go home.
Yeah, high stakes out there. Our game of the night here on BRC 11 was Manheim Central hosting Garden Spot, the 8 and 9 seeds who have played each other in the first round of districts the past 2 years. Central winning both of those games.
Right, but here's the twist. This season, Garden Spot beat the Barons for the first time ever in Week 9, setting up a huge rematch tonight.
Huge indeed. So here we go. Central's Justin Moreno back from injury, as is receiver Dan Wiederick, but it's Garden Spot scoring first in the game. Handoff goes to Josh Jeffers, and he's a big, strong man bouncing off tacklers into the end zone, and he's pumped. Spot leads it 7-0.
Oh, but Central's got a great running back as well. Damon Camacho, some razzle-dazzle, breaks it into the second level, and then all the way to the house, ties the game at 7. This game living up to all the hype.
And after a long Camacho run in the second quarter, ball given back to Justin Moreno. Big fellow picking up some steam and bowls his way into the end zone. That's another score.
Oh, and after a Central turnover on a punt attempt, here's the spot to the Spartans. Finds Zach Reed complete. A touchdown for the Spartans before the half. It's just a 4-point game, 21-17.
Oh, yeah, but the second half of the game belongs to Manheim Central. Handoff here to Moreno. Pretty much the story of the game. Gets his shoulders square, rumbles it in for another touchdown. He had 5 total for the game. Manheim scores 51 points in the second half. Mike Williams giving them one heck of a halftime speech.
I believe it.
Barons moving on to the quarterfinals after, get this, a 72-24 victory.
72 points, impressive. Our next game, just as awesome. The Cocalico Eagles are the 7th seed in the bracket, getting to host an opponent from the Mid-Penn Conference for the 3rd year in a row.
Yeah, have some success there. This year, it's the 10 seed East Pennsboro bringing a high-powered offense to Denver. QB Tyler Stallman throwing for nearly 1,700 yards and 25 touchdowns. Running back Brighton Fagley rushing for over 1,200 yards and 17 touchdowns.
So impressive numbers. They've got some players. Could the Eagles slow them down and control that clock tonight? They start off pretty well. Handoff goes to Matt Weinhold. Breaks through some tackles. They're so glad he is back and healthy. That's the first TD of the game. Eagles are in front.
Yeah, so happy to have him back. The Calico leading it 14-0 now. Looking for more. Brady Sawyer to Devin Del Piano. Watch the one-handed grab. Great concentration. A nice touchdown, and it is 21-0 to Calico.
Oh, and then they'll go back to that run game. Weinhold again, just great blocking from the offensive line. He is barely touched. This is a 52-yard touchdown burst. Cocalico makes a statement against East Penn. A shutout in Denver tonight. Eagles roll 35-0, keeping their season alive.
What a performance. We have just kicked off here on high school game night. Lots more playoff action from LL teams to show you. Section 2 champ Lampeter Strasburg and stud QB Colin Bear Shank trying to take down Daniel Boone.
And in that Quad A bracket, Manheim Township and Exeter Township going at it. Could Township advance and face a potential rematch of Section 1 teams with top dog Wilson? We've got all the highlights coming up right after the break.
High school game night is brought to you by Yogurt Works Cafe in Ephrata, where you can build it your way. Welcome back to the postseason edition of High School Game Night. We'll check in with some of the other LL teams in action tonight, starting with Lampeter Strasburg and that high-powered offense.
Right. Check out some of these numbers. Pioneer scored a league-high 37.9 points per game. QB Colin Bear Shank, love that nickname, almost 220 yards, 2,200 yards passing and 26 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Both of those league-high marks.
Yeah, hard to believe. They're the 3-seed LS student faithful braving that frigid temperatures to cheer on their Pioneers. Right from the get-go, there he is. Bear Shank finds his favorite target. Ross Souders, little 10-yard touchdown strike. LS in front, 7-zip. But Daniel Boone, some surprising success on offense here. Their QB Nick Hughes swings it out to Paul Galanti. He's a scat back with more moves than you knew about at the end of the end zone to tie the game at 7. Stays like that until the second quarter, where the Daniel Boone handoff goes to Chase Perosi. He's a tough runner too. Heads towards the near side, 40-yard touchdown run. Daniel Boone surprisingly taking the lead here. But near the end of the first half, here come the Pioneers. Shank will flip it out to Jason Sindorf. Another one of those many weapons at his disposal. Get the oxygen tank for him. Sindorf will be running for days. 62-yard touchdown. Check out this score. The 3-seed Pioneers lose to Daniel Boone, the 14-seed, 34-14. LS shut out in the second half. That is a shocker in Lampeter tonight.
Not many would have predicted that. But our final game tonight in the Quad A bracket, Manheim Township from the LL taking on Exeter Township from Berks County. Township, a team that relied heavily on their stellar offense this year, Jeff.
Oh, yeah.
Stellar defense, rather.
Well, yeah. Section 1, a lot of high-powered offenses, but Township had the ability to slow them down.
Right.
The Blue Streak defense ranked 3rd in the league in yards allowed and only giving up 15.9 points a game.
Yeah, so let's head to Netsville. QB Eric Benjamin from Manheim Township looks ready to go, but on their first drive, Benjamin looking for a receiver. Ball will be tipped and falls right to Exeter's Anthony Juhaz. He will be running for a while. Takes it deep into Township territory before finally being brought down. But it'll be 4th and long for Exeter. QB Chase Yoakum wanders off to the left side, where he is collapsed upon by a host of Blue Streaks. That is a turnover on down. So here comes Manheim Township. In midfield, Benjamin hands the ball off to Cartier Morton. He will do the rest. Busts it to the outside, finds some daylight, and he is gone.
Look at that speed.
Down the sideline, into the end zone, 7-zip streaks. And they are marching on their very next drive as well. Benjamin slings it out to Isaac Vasquez. Big gain here to set up a field goal attempt. That will be good as well. Streaks up 10-0 at that point in the first. And Manheim Township holds serve at home, 45-15 winners over Exeter. They earn a Section 1 rematch with Wilson next week in the quarterfinals.
Oh, that'll be a good one.
Yeah.
Our highlights might be through, but don't go anywhere. We've got every score from every district playoff game in the Quad A and AAA brackets. We'll show them to you next. You don't want to miss it. All that coming up right after the break. Stay with us. High School Game Night is brought to you by Yogurt Works Cafe in Ephrata, where you can build it your way. Welcome back to the post-game show. Let's go around the District 3 brackets and see how the other teams in action fared tonight.
Can't wait.
In the Quad A bracket, top seed Wilson looking to keep their record unblemished. They get a closer game than expected, but they do wind up beating Carlisle 21-7, while the number 2 seed Governor Mifflin at home against Red Lion, they move on with ease, 49-7.
How about some LL teams in the Quad A bracket? Hempfield, the 12 seed, traveling to Dallastown. They pull off the upset 36-21. While Penn Manor, go Hempfield. Penn Manor goes on the road as the 10 seed, takes on Cumberland Valley, but they can't muster enough offense, losing 28-14.
Let's stay in the Quad A bracket. The 3 seed Central Dauphin Rams, my alma mater, actually making it into the playoffs there, Bryan, hosting Reading at Landis Field tonight. And what an opening round statement. Rams, your winner, 42-18.
McCaskey's watching at home, no problem. Okay, well, the Rams' sister school, CD East, will play tomorrow night at home as the 4 seed. They take on crosstown rival Harrisburg. Also playing tomorrow night, Cedar Cliff, and the defending District 3 Quad A champ Lower Dauphin. That contest is at West Shore State. Some
Saturday games there. All right, let's head over to the AAA bracket. Here we go. Powerhouse Bishop McDevitt, the top seed. They demolished Eastern York 42-6. That is right. And they are now into the quarterfinal round. They will play Manheim Central. So who does Cocalico get to play in the quarterfinal round? That would be the 2 seed West York. They beat 15 seed Donegal 35-14.
Some more LL teams in that AAA bracket. Northern Lebanon, the 4 seed, hosting Conrad Weiser, but the Vikings go down 35-12 in the upset. Solanco also getting in the district playoffs. They're the 12 seed, and they lose to Redland 40-14.
Not a good night for the LL.
Not at all.
And the last game in AAA, Gettysburg versus Milton Hershey. The winner getting to play the winner of LS Daniel Boone. Of course, Daniel Boone winning that game. And look here, another upset, 27-14.
And one last score report, Annabelle Cleona opens up the AA bracket as the 4 seed, gets to play host to 5 seed Newport, but Newport, another slight upset, gets a road win, 33-14. And don't forget, we've got more live high school football on BRC 11 next Friday night. Cocalico Eagles a winner tonight in their first round game with that shutout over East Penn. They will now take on number 2 seed West York in the District 3 quarterfinals. We are planning on having that game for you live next Friday right here on BRC 11. More playoff football on Blu-ray. Gotta love it. Our live coverage begins from West York High School at 7 p.m.
What a treat. That'll be a fun one to do next Friday. As for our game on the channel tonight, Manheim Central putting up all kinds of points.
Right, you had a stat.
Justin Moreno scoring 5 touchdowns. The record for an individual with touchdowns in a game is LaShawn McCoy from McDevitt with 7 touchdowns in 2004. But Moreno is tied for second with 5. So a good night for Moreno, but you're not going to catch LaShawn McCoy.
Sure. Should be a great week next week as well. Cocalico's still alive, Central's still alive.
Those are the only LL teams left in the AAA bracket.
We're talking a lot of upsets tonight. Maybe some more upsets.
All right, we'll have to check it out. But for now, for all of our post-game high school crew, that'll wrap it up for us. I'm Chad Lamb.
And I'm Bryan Kast. Thanks so much for watching. We will see you in 2015.